Chrisean Rock is going completely crazy, and the internet has now reached a new level of insanity due to the recent release of Blueface's jail images. We are discussing complete meltdown energy, not the sort that throws phones, curses at people, threatens to pull up on correctional guards, or tweets in rage. Because the guy who referred to her as his baby mama and headache is suddenly acting like GQ while incarcerated. New lineup. Smug smile, flexing more forcefully than before. And admirers claim the images were intended to harm her. The pictures appeared out of nowhere and broke the internet right away. In one picture, Blueface is surrounded by prisoners who seem to be his entourage. In another, he is shown grinning arrogantly and asking, "Y'all still talking about me and Chrisean?" She saw it all. She screamed online in a matter of minutes that this guy was attempting to play me from prison and charging him with clout-chase while incarcerated. This goes beyond a simple response. The digital explosion is full-fledged. In the never-ending soap opera Toxic Royalty, the Blueface and Chrisean Chronicles, the ex-partners who made their lives out of disaster have now added a new chapter. And as if this tale couldn't get much messier. You obviously don't know what Chrisean Rock is. It's Buzz Crush. The drama just went federal baby. A random weekday afternoon was the beginning of it all. Just boom, no teaser, no blog whisper, no warning. Suddenly, like a bomb unleashed on Twitter, Blueface's jail images became viral. The guy has been imprisoned for weeks. He seemed to be attending a bet picture session behind prison for some reason. It had a crunchy fading. One picture showed him sitting on a bunk like it was a throne, surrounded by prisoners cheesing like backing dancers. The position was assured, and the smile was pure anarchy, the type that screams, "Y'all can't cancel me if I'm trending." He was making hand signals in another picture, such as, "This was a mixtape cover, not a mugshot moment." To be honest, the guy seemed too content to be locked up in a matter of minutes. It had been republished on every gossip page. Hollywood did not unveil the shadow. The remarks on even odd meme sites with nicknames like Toxic to Daily and Who Asked were hilarious. Similar to Zeus Network Season 5, Blueface is indeed controlling the cell block, broning prison like San Quentin's Hip Hop and Love. Even in Orange, this dude continues to go viral. However, one individual wasn't Chrisean Rock when the rest of the internet was laughing. She lost it the instant those photos were released. Fans claim that Chrisean was singing along to a gospel song on an Instagram Live when the comments began to pour in like a tsunami. Viewed Blueface's photos? In prison, he acquired a new girl. "He seemed content to be apart from you," they remark. Her face fell more quickly than her patience. The atmosphere changed from applause to fear in a matter of seconds. After grabbing her phone and looking through Twitter, she said the now famous words, "Ain't no way he's smiling like that in jail. Ain't no way." This was followed by the furious tirade that was widely shared on social media. She let out a scream. From a cell, this guy is attempting to become viral. He finds it adorable. Does he find this amusing? After all the public support she gave Blueface, she claimed he put up the photos to make her appear silly and sent her signals to disgrace her. "I was praying for him, supporting him, and sobbing for him as he posed in the feds like he was at a fashion show." The internet was triggered like a fire alarm by that single phrase alone. Half of the fans were laughing, while the other half were startled by the reality of the collapse. 1 minute Chrisean is preaching, the next she's disparaging prisoners. Only she has the ability to outtrend a mug image. Twitter timelines turned into real-time battlegrounds. Memes began to appear. People shared images of Blueface in a jail stance with advertisements for clothing. According to some, he's living better behind bars than we do. Others said, "Bro said no visitation, just viral content." However, the pictures weren't just unintentional leaks. According to reports, these were sent out on purpose. According to a gossip portal, Blueface knew precisely what he was doing, according to sources close to his camp, including one of his friends. They claim that Blueface staged the photos as a jail publicity gimmick to demonstrate that he was still that guy, even while incarcerated. And that's what broke Chrisean, because Blueface was inside intensifying his brand of chaos while she was out there trying to mend her image. Giving interviews, tidying up her brand, and talking about God and motherhood. She felt taken advantage of. According to a hard source, she began phoning members of his social circle and requesting explanations. She also alluded to releasing documentation of his actual prison conduct when she allegedly said, "If y'all posting him for clout, I'm posting y'all's business." Fans were gripping their pearls only because of that thread. Because the internet would tremble once again if Chrisean ever revealed her side of what Blueface says or does from inside. The self-described breakdown army, Blueface's fan base, was having a blast in the meanwhile. They began harassing Christian nonstop. He's doing all okay. That guy is grinning, sis, because silence and tranquility have a different effect. He gained access to Wi-Fi and was able to stop watching your live feeds. Cruel. But Christian was not going to back down. Later that evening, she performed live once again, this time with gospel music booming in the background as she sobbed and screamed. A situation so insane that it went viral right away. That's when she delivered the bombshell. Y'all think it's funny? This man don't love nobody but attention. She made a suggestion that Blueface had been communicating with her from inside. She said, "He been calling me every other night acting all sorry. The next thing I see, he out here posing for pictures like a celebrity convict." Fans couldn't tell if it was true, but one thing was certain, the internet ate it up. Screenshots, reaction videos, TikTok stitches, millions of views overnight. Even mainstream outlets started running headlines like Chrisean Rock meltdown over Blueface's viral prison photos sparks new drama. And just when he thought the situation couldn't get worse, a new set of unverified pics hit Reddit showing Blueface supposedly signing autographs and hanging out like the king of the block dot. It was official. The man had turned jail into a PR campaign. Meanwhile, Christine was spiraling harder than ever. She deleted posts, reuploaded them, said tweeted random people, and started cryptically saying she should have listened to God the first time. But here's where it gets wild. Fans began to theorize that the entire photo leak might have been a setup to trigger Christian because, let's be real, every single time she snaps, the views go through the roof. Every meltdown, every tear, every curse word becomes trending gold dots. So what if Blueface knew exactly how to bait her? What if those pictures weren't just flexes, they were traps? One viral comment summed it up perfectly. Blueface ain't fighting cases in jail. He fighting Christian's emotions from inside. And honestly, that might be the most accurate take of all dot, because for every one of his smirks, there's a Christian scream. For every one of his posts, there's a live meltdown. Together, they're not just a toxic couple. They're an algorithm that prints money. But even algorithms have limits because what came next wasn't just a reaction. It was a full-blown war. Blueface's camp clapped back with statements. His mother, Carlia, got involved. Even Baby Jr. became part of the discourse. Dot in the internet. Oh, it went nuclear again because when Carissa enters the chat, peace leaves the room. Dot. And this time she had receipts. When Carissa Saffold, yes. Blueface's mom and professional chaos conductor jumped into the mix. The internet knew the situation was about to spiral from messy to biblical level disaster. She hit Instagram like a tornado with Wi-Fi, posting screenshots going live and calling Christian the reason Blueface can't have peace even in prison. Her caption read, "That girl's still bringing drama from outside to the inside. Instead of posting meltdowns online, she should let my son do his sentence and be at peace." Oh, Carissa was on one. She claimed Blueface wasn't stressing about Christian at. All that he was focused, calm, and praying. She even said he looked better in the prison pics than he ever did with her. That line sent shockwaves through social media. Fans instantly went wild. Not Khaleesa saying her son glowed up in jail. How you beefing with your son's ex while he's behind bars? This family don't need therapy. They need their own network. Within an hour, Christine fired back. She went live again, calling Carissa obsessed, evil, and a jealous old woman who loves attention more than peace. Why are you always speaking on me? I don't talk about you. Every time her son's name pop up, here you go, trend. The shouting match spread like wildfire. People clipped every second of her rant and started dubbing it over reality show soundtracks. Memes flooded TikTok. Christine yelling on one side, Blueface smirking in his jail photos on the other with the caption, "Long-distance toxicity hits different." And as if the drama wasn't hot enough, a mysterious new account popped up on X, formerly Twitter, claiming to have exclusive unseen photos of Blueface inside. The account at Subblock Celebrity posted 2 blurry images of someone who looked suspiciously like Blueface talking on a contraband, phone smiling shirt, off tattoos visible with the caption yell favorite rapper doing fine tell Rock stop crying that. Tweet hit 6 million views in hours, Christian. Lost it tweeted, deleted, and tweeted again, calling it a violation of privacy demanding the prison due something and accusing people of trying to break her mentally. But the internet being the internet, every deletion only made her trend harder. People were calling this the Toxic Olympics. One comment nailed it. Blueface winning clout gold from jail. Chan winning the meltdown marathon. Meanwhile, Carissa doubled down, reposting the blurry photo and adding her own shade. He looked peaceful. Sometimes jails save you from the real prison. Bad relationships? Now let's be real. Carissa knew exactly what she was doing. She wasn't defending Blueface. She was poking Christian with a digital stick. And it worked because just when he thought Christian couldn't possibly react any harder, she dropped a wild Instagram story, a crying selfie, audio of Blueface's old voicemail, and the caption, "He always gone play me." Even when he locked up, boom, viral. People started remixing the clip into TikTok sounds. Influencers reenacted it. Even parody accounts started making fake Christine Reacts videos. Duh. And through all of this, the actual prison had to release a statement. That's right. The Los Angeles County Correctional Facility literally had to get involved. They confirmed they were investigating unauthorized image circulation involving inmate Jonathan Porter, aka Blueface. They even hinted that outside parties may have contributed to the leak. Translation: Blueface somehow managed to turn jail into a content house. Of course, Blueface's fans were eating it up. One viral comment said, "He really said sell black but make it influencer." The irony is that every new leak made Christian appear more emotional, which made the Blueface trend more difficult. Even rappers began to comment. Bowie wrote on X, "Ain't no way this boy doing photo oots in jail." This generation was different, and 50 Cent, being his typical petty self, shared one of the leaked photos with the caption, "Do here living like ghosts in Power Season 6. When the internet was laughing, Christian was obviously spiraling. Her posts became more desperate. Her lives became darker, and she hinted that she was done trying and ready to disappear. In Act 3, Whack 100, Blueface's notorious manager came on like a villain and jumped on Clubhouse because, of course, he did, saying, "Y'all got to understand Blueface built for this." Jail toe is dropping soon, but behind the laughter, the energy around Christian started shifting. Fans who had previously called her crazy started saying they could actually feel her pain. He felt at ease there. He is indifferent to what Rock does outdoors. Fans were stunned. Comfortable in jail? That's not a PR line. That's a headline. Then he added, "He told me to tell you'll stop feeling sorry for him." He running that joint like it's his house. And that's when the chaos hit peak insanity, because within hours, someone posted a video compilation titled Blueface, King of the Cell Block. It featured his leaked photos edited to rap beats. And guess what? It hit 1 million views overnight. Christine saw it. And that was the breaking point. She jumped back on my for the 4th time that week. Pacing, crying, yelling, y'all glorifying him while I'm over here taking care of his child alone. He making y'all laugh. I'm living in pain. Her words cut through the noise. For the first time, people started debating whether this entire saga had crossed the line. Was Blueface manipulating her from behind bars? Was Carissa gaslighting the situation for attention? Or were all of them just feeding off each other's chaos one post at a time? Even major outlets like Rolling Stone and Complex started covering it as more than gossip, calling it the modern tragedy of fame, love, emo, and addiction to virality. Because this wasn't just a fight between two exes. It was a case study in what happens when your relationship becomes a business model. Every argument is monetized. Every tear goes viral. Every scandal boosts the algorithm, and somewhere deep down, Christine was realizing that maybe for the first time, but that realization didn't stop the storm. Because right when it seemed like she might finally go quiet, another twist dropped. A new never-before-seen picture of Blueface leaked. This time he wasn't smirking. He looked serious. Phone to his ear, head down, almost reflective. And the caption under the post, talking to Christian. "Last call before lockdown." It spread like wildfire. People said it was staged. Others claimed it was real. But one thing's certain, the timing was too perfect. The internet started speculating. Was Blueface playing with her emotions on purpose? Was he leaking his own pics to keep her tied to his name? Or was this all orchestrated to keep both of them trending forever? Whatever the answer, one thing was undeniable. This saga had crossed from gossip to cultural event. Because when love turns into a live stream and heartbreak becomes a headline, there's no off switch. And for Chrisean Rock, the storm was only getting started. By the time the 3rd wave of prison photos hit the internet. The situation had spiraled beyond anything resembling normal celebrity drama. This was digital warfare, the kind where every post, every story, every tear could detonate into a viral explosion. And at the center of it all stood Chrisean Rock, bleeding emotions for the world to see. The latest batch of leaked photos painted Blueface as some kind of jailhouse superstar, One showed him chilling in a communal area surrounded by fans, yes, literal fans who looked thrilled just to be in the same frame. Another had him smiling with what looked like handmade fan mail spread across his bunk. The caption under one viral repost said it best, broke out a fan base in the feds. Somebody signed him to a commissary label, but for Chrisean. It wasn't funny anymore. That same night, she posted a black screen on her Instagram story with the words, "I'm done being the punchline." "Live again," she said after that. "This time don't be too loud." "Broken but not wild." "You guys keep laughing, but this man knows exactly what he's doing," she added, wiping away her tears as she gazed at the TV. "I'm caring for his kid and he's out here exploiting me for attention. While I'm sobbing at home, he's grinning in jail." Her voice cracked mid-sentence. It was the first time the audience didn't see Crazy Rock, but Chrisean the human. The live racked up 500,000 viewers in minutes. Even people who normally dragged her fell silent. That's when the narrative shifted again. For weeks, everyone treated this as entertainment. But suddenly the mood changed. The story wasn't funny anymore. It was tragic. Major blogs started posting captions like, "From love to live streams, the internet watches Chrisean break down live." Meanwhile, Blueface's team kept posting cryptic messages, almost mocking the sympathy she was getting. His manager, Whack100, dropped a screenshot of Blueface allegedly texting him from inside saying, "Tell her stop weeping. I identify as heterosexual. I'll be home shortly." Fans were furious. This man don't care? He trolling from a cell while she's falling apart. If this ain't emotional warfare, what is? Then, like clockwork, Carissa jumped in again because no Blueface saga is complete without his mother grabbing the mic. She went live at 2 a.m. sipping wine saying, "That girl need to grow up. She continues to play the victim while my son is doing prison. Perhaps God had them apart for a purpose." The comment section roasted her instantly. "Carissa, go to sleep, lady. Your family been trending for 2 years. Take a nap challenge." Every time Peace tries to enter the story, she logs in. But Carissa wasn't backing down. She claimed that Christine was using the drama to stay relevant while pretending to be heartbroken. She don't miss Blueface. She missed the fame. That single quote reignited the feud because not only did Chrisean see it, she responded instantly. She posted on X, "At least I'm famous for being real, not for being messy and miserable." Boom, instant viral screenshots everywhere. TikTok creators started making timeline videos. The Blueface family tree of chaos explained in 3 minutes. But then came the twist nobody saw coming. A leaked voice note surfaced allegedly from Blueface himself. The audio was muffled but unmistakable. You could hear him laughing, saying, "Y'all acting like I'm stressed. I'm relaxing. Rock is angry because she can no longer dominate me." That one leak flipped the internet again. Suddenly, everyone had an opinion. He's emotionally manipulating her. She's addicted to reacting. This ain't love, it's performance art. Even celebrities started stepping in. Cat Williams joked during a podcast, "I've seen sitcoms with less drama than those two. Somebody give them an Emmy or at least a restraining order with benefits." But behind the jokes, fans were starting to realize something bigger. Blueface and Chrisean weren't just a toxic couple. They were the blueprint of modern internet fame. Every meltdown boosted engagement. Every fight sparked new followers. Every heartbreak paid rent. And now both of them were trapped in the same machine they built. One from a cell, the other from a screen. Then out of nowhere, Chrisean did the unthinkable. She deleted everything. All her lives, all her photos, all her tweets. Gondo fans were confused. Did she finally quit social media? Was this part of a rebrand? Then a single post appeared. A photo of baby Junior asleep captioned, "This is all that matters now. Peace out, no shade, no rage." It struck a new chord and was the most serene post she had written in months. The internet went silent for a second, and that's rare. People started commenting, "She finally letting go. She might actually be healing." Meanwhile, Blueface's camp. They tried to keep the noise going, posting throwbacks, hinting at music drops, trying to bait her reaction. But this time nothing came. And for once, the internet sided with our blog, started calling it Chrisean soft rebrand. A woman finally walking away from her. Digital trauma, one outlet wrote. Digital trauma. One outlet wrote, "In a world addicted to attention, silence is the loudest vengeance. Tell Rock I'm happy she's finding herself," Blueface said in a handwritten message that he posted from prison 2 days later. "However, I will always be me." And that's when fans realized this story might never actually end, because Blueface and Chrisean are just two people in a feud. Their feedback loop of chaos to every silence becomes a new headline. Every apology turns into a meme. Every undone is just the trailer for the next episode. Even prison couldn't stop the drama. It just changed the backdrop. By the time the dust settled, one thing was obvious. This wasn't about love, fame, or forgiveness anymore. This is about two people who turned their entire existence into entertainment. And the world couldn't look away because whether they're fighting, crying, posting, or deleting, the show always goes on. And somewhere in Los Angeles, a social media manager is already refreshing their feed, waiting for the next explosion. Because with Blueface and Chrisean Rock, peace is just the commercial break. And there you have it. Another chapter in the never-ending soap opera called Blueface and Chrisean. Love after logic. From prison photo shoots to social media meltdowns, these two have managed to turn chaos into content. Heartbreak into headlines and toxicity into trending topics. So the question is, do you think Blueface is playing puppet master from behind bars? Or did Christine finally snap after realizing she's been starring in a show she never auditioned for? Drop your theories below because the story is crazier than a Zeus Network reunion episode. And before you go scrolling to the next scandal, do me one favor. Smash that like button like Chrisean smashed her phone during that live. Hit subscribe so you never miss another celebrity detonation. And ring that notification bell like you're calling Carissa to mind her business. Stop. Because here at BuzzCrush, we don't just report the drama, we remix it, roast it, and serve it sizzling hot with a side of sarcasm. The next meltdown's already brewing. Maybe Blue Axe influencer and jail mixtape? Maybe Christian's redemption dosaries? Maybe Carlos's next podcast about how to raise rappers wrong? Either way, when it drops, you'll hear it here first. So stay messy, stay nosy. And remember, in Hollywood's toxic universe, clout never sleeps. It just changes outfits. This is BuzzCrush signing off. Where fame is ascendance, love is a headline, and drama is the only thing that ever gets parole.